Is $1 million enough for you to retire? How much money you need for retirement depends on several you factors. This includes your age right now, when you want to retire, the kind of lifestyle you want to live in retirement, as well as your expected lifespan and financial goals. Hey there, welcome to Mainstream Millionaires, where we're making millionaires the new normal. Retirement is actually a new concept that didn't start to gain traction until the 1980s. Well, that includes you and me. So it's crucial to determine how much money we'll need for retirement as early in life as possible so we can have a financial strategy to get there. I know $1 million is actually not enough for me, but is it enough for you? Let's break it down into 6 simple steps so you can know what the right dollar number is for you. Step 1, define your retirement goals. When do you want to retire? You need to determine your desired retirement age, when you actually want to stop working. Maybe it's when you're 60 or 65, or maybe it's a little earlier. This will impact both your retirement savings timeline and your potential Social Security benefits if you're in America, or your CPP benefits if you're in Canada. The earlier you retire, the more money you'll need to save. And of course, this leads us to lifestyle. What kind of lifestyle do you want while you're in retirement? Do you plan to travel or eat out often? Do you want to downsize your home? Your desired lifestyle will impact your savings goal. And finally, we'll need to figure out how much money you'll need to do all of those awesome things. And of course, you have to think about everyday expenses as well, like housing, food, transportation, and healthcare. But don't forget to budget for the fun stuff too. How long do you expect to live in retirement? Remember, you'll need enough savings to last throughout your retirement years. We discussed in another video this sneaky little monster called inflation, which causes things to cost more over time. You'll need to account for that too when calculating your savings goal, which I'll get back to in a moment. Next is step 2, estimate your retirement expenses. Create a detailed budget outlining your expected monthly and annual expenses in retirement. This should include things like housing costs. Where do you want to live during retirement? Do you want to stay in your current home or downsize, or maybe even move down to a sunny beach down south? That would be me. Your mortgage, your rent, property taxes, utilities, maintenance, things like that. You need to consider all of that. Healthcare expenses can be a big one. You'll need to budget for health insurance, medications, special checkups, and possibly long-term care. Leisure and entertainment, of course. Retirement isn't just about chores, although in some ways it would be fun to have some time to get the things done I'd like to be doing, like building a treehouse in the backyard for my little munchkins. And we need to think about vacations, hobbies, entertainment, and other things we might enjoy as well. Oh, and taxes. Yep, even in retirement, we'll have to pay taxes. You can talk to a tax lawyer or accountant to understand how much you might owe during retirement based on the types of income and investments you may have if you don't already have an understanding of how these things are taxed. They also might help you to be able to strategize when you need to withdraw from certain things or transfer. And then, of course, you need to budget for your basic expenses like food, clothing, and personal care, utility subscription, transportation like car expenses, and then don't forget about your emergency fund for unexpected expenses. Most money experts would suggest that you would have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund, but particularly in retirement, I would suggest a 6-month emergency fund because your income source is now based on investments or a fixed income. Here's a simple way to estimate those expenses. Start with your current expenses or current monthly budget. Adjust for changes that might occur during or before retirement. For example, maybe you'll have your house paid off before retirement, or you won't need to commute, and maybe you'll want to add in some more travel. You'll also need to factor in inflation, which is an overall increase in prices that will actually decrease your buying power. That means stuff like food, clothes, and medicine will actually cost more in the future. Be aware that pensions and savings accounts may not keep up with inflation either, so it's a really important factor to consider when choosing your investments. Consider investing in things that at least keep up with, or preferably outpace, inflation, like mutual funds or ETFs. So you'll want to add in a little extra money each year, approximately 2 to 3%, which is considered a healthy inflation rate in both America and Canada for those future expenses. Let's use $5,000 as your monthly expenses as an example, so you can see how that grows over time. And how we can calculate this is by using a compound interest calculator at 3%. I like to use 3% instead of 2 because I like buffer. So by using a compound interest calculator, we can see that $5,000 at an inflation rate of 3% over 20 years will become $9,030. I'll provide a link to the compound interest calculator that I used so you can estimate your future expenses. Step 3 is identify your retirement income sources. These are streams of money you'll rely on when you stop working. Let's look at some common ones. There's Social Security benefits in America or CPP and OAS in Canada. These are like government retirement paychecks. You may have been paying into them through your job so you can get money back when you retire. Keep in mind that both in America and Canada, the government actually penalizes you for accepting the benefits before they consider the normal retirement age. In America, it's 67, and in Canada, it's 65. You can take each up to 5 years earlier. So in America, you could take your Social Security benefits at age 62, or in Canada, you could take your CPP benefits at 60. But like I said, with a penalty, so it will be a smaller amount of money. OAS, which is Old Age Security in Canada, does not actually qualify for early benefits. Canadians do need to be 65 before they are eligible to receive these funds. You can check the government website for estimating the amounts that you would receive. As of today, the max Social Security benefit is $3,627, whereas the max CPP benefit is $1,306 and OAS is $760. I'm going to use the conservative side of things and we'll use the Canadian numbers, which are the lower numbers. $1,306 plus $760 gives us a monthly income of $2,066, and adjusted for inflation, using the same compound interest calculator, is $3,731 in 20 years. So another source of income could be pensions or annuities, though it's getting more rare. Some lucky folks do have pensions from their employers, which is like getting a monthly bonus for years of service, and your employer will be able to help you understand what you can expect to receive from your pension. I don't have one, so I won't add that into my calculation. But if you do, you're going to do it the same way that we just did a moment ago using our compound interest calculator. Another thing we need to consider for income is our retirement accounts. You've probably heard of the 401k or Roth IRA in America, or the RSP and TFSA in Canada. These are accounts where you save money for retirement. You can invest in stocks and bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, or other assets to grow your money. To calculate what income you could have from these sources, Fidelity Investments suggests that a sustainable withdrawal rate is a maximum of 4 to 5% of these funds in the first year, and then increase the withdrawal rate based on inflation. For example, if you have $200,000 saved and withdraw 4% in the first year, that would be $8,000 per year or $667 per month. In the second year, you would want to adjust this amount for inflation and withdraw another 3% on that $8,000, which is $8,240. And then in the third year, this becomes $8,487, and so on and so on. Other investments, such as investments not held in retirement accounts, again, like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, etc., or things like even real estate or a side business, all of these things, as well as continuing to work part-time during retirement, can provide you with extra income. Step 4 is determine your target retirement savings. We already talked about determining your retirement expenses and identifying your income sources. Hey, if you want to learn more about this stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button for regular videos on how you can protect your money and build lasting wealth. We calculated that our expenses of $5,000 will be $9,030 in 20 years after adjusted for inflation. We also calculated that the income from the government pension at a total of $2,066 will be $3,731 in 20 years adjusted for inflation. And if our savings were $200,000 at a 4% withdrawal rate, that would give us an extra $667 per month. So we're going to subtract our income from our expenses, and the difference is what we'll need to cover with our savings in retirement. So let's do that. So $9,030 minus our $3,700 minus the $667, and that gives us a total shortfall of $4,632. That is our shortfall, and what that means is that our future expenses far exceed our future income at this point. This difference will help us to calculate what our target retirement savings actually is, and how we'll do that is we'll calculate it in reverse. We need an additional $4,600 per month, which is $55,000 per year. At a withdrawal rate of 4%, that means we need to have an additional $1.3 million in savings. And how we calculated that is we took our $55,000 per year that we need, divided by 0.04, which is 4%, and that gave us the $1.3 million we would need for savings. And step 5 is to assess your current savings and investments. You'll need to review your current retirement accounts, savings, and investments to give you an idea of how close you are to meeting your retirement savings goal. And to do this, you'll need to collect statements from all of your accounts and add them up. So this includes retirement accounts, investment portfolios, and even regular savings accounts, and then add up all the balances from these accounts. This is your total savings. Next, you'll need to estimate future growth between now and your retirement age. You'll want to be realistic, but I tend to lean towards the conservative side when I'm doing my planning. If your current savings, such as your retirement accounts or other investments, or even just your savings accounts, fall short of your target savings, you'll need to make adjustments. So here are some ideas. Consider saving a higher percentage of your income, because even small increases can make a big difference over time. You could also push back your retirement age, which gives you more time to save and allows your investments to grow. It also means you'll have less time in retirement that you'll need to be saving for. Another option is downsizing your retirement lifestyle. This can definitely free up some funds in the future, but I know for me, when I get to retirement, I really want to enjoy it, so I'd probably rather work a little bit part-time at a job that I love than to give up something like a sunny beach down south. Also, when you're reviewing your investment portfolio, consider if there are other opportunities for higher returns while managing risk. Generally, higher returns translate into higher risk, but for me, I use the S&P 500 as a general benchmark for whether or not my investments are adequate. As it is made up of 500 of the largest and most liquid companies in the US, I feel that it is a very diversified index to be able to judge my investments against. Also consider if you're happy with the way your investments are diversified, which basically refers to minimizing risk by holding a variety of investments, such as an S&P 500 index, which is made up of the 500 companies, but across various sectors like technology, healthcare, software, etc. You can also consult a financial advisor for guidance, and remember, when choosing a financial advisor, find somebody who is interested in teaching you about your options instead of simply speaking above you, showing off their knowledge, or telling you what you should do. And of course, be aware of fee structures and use wisdom in ensuring that an advisor can't drain your retirement account with outrageous fees. Every percent matters when we're talking compound interest, and ultimately it's your money at stake and your responsibility to make sure it's well taken care of so you can get the retirement that you actually want. And last but not least is step 6. You'll want to regularly reassess your retirement plan, and particularly as your circumstances change. And then of course make adjustments as needed to stay on track for your retirement goals. Here are some things that should trigger you to reevaluate whether you're on track. A major life event like getting married or having children or changing careers can impact your financial goals. Changes in your health or medical expenses can significantly alter your retirement plan as well. And of course, economic conditions and market fluctuations can affect your investments. If the market takes a downturn or experiences significant gains, it's a good time to reassess. And as the market is constantly moving, I suggest that you reassess your goals and progress at least every 3 years, as downturns in markets frequently occur once every 10 years and are typically recovered within a 2-year span. And then as you get closer to retirement, like within 10 years, I definitely would suggest that you review your financial plan annually. This will also give you an opportunity to have a deeper, more familiar knowledge with your investments and how they're doing in relation to your goals. This also gives you the time that you need to make adjustments if required. So when reevaluating your retirement plan, start by revisiting your retirement goals. Have they changed over time? Are they still realistic? Check your balance in your savings account and investment portfolio, and consider whether you need to adjust your retirement age. A few extra years of work can boost your savings significantly. And of course, you'll need to review your current expenses and adjust your retirement budget accordingly. And don't forget to account for inflation. Please feel free to share in the comments below what you would like to do with your retirement. I know for me, it definitely involves year-round sunshine, palm trees, a refreshing ocean breeze, and of course, no snow. Also, I'm here for you, so if there is a specific topic that you would like me to cover, please feel free to write that in the comments as well. Remember that this is a simplified overview of planning for retirement, and individual circumstances can vary widely. It is a long-term endeavor, so the sooner you start, the better prepared you'll be for a more comfortable and secure retirement. Success in developing wealth requires dedication and ongoing learning. Stay committed to building your portfolio and achieving the financial freedom you desire. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up for more personal finance and investment videos. Again, thanks for your support. Until next time.